What's up, people? All right, today I have another dash cam to review, and I'm going to set it up for you and show you step by step. It's really easy. It's a 4K dash cam made by a company named LINGDU, L-I-N-G-D-U. Okay, I'll have a link down in the description for this dash cam. It's got a front-facing 4K camera and a rear-facing 1080p. It's got Wi-Fi 6, GPS, ADAS, which is Advanced Driver Assisted System, which is like lane departure, etc. That's all packed into this affordable camera, and it's got voice control. Okay, this is what it looks like. I'll open up the box. I already have the camera out. I was looking at it earlier, and I pulled some things out already. But it's got the rear-facing camera, 15 feet of cable, the manual. Okay, a really thick manual because it's got multiple languages. And it's got all of the goodies in here too, like your trim tools, some wire guides, some static electricity film that I'm going to show you and talk to you about. But let's just get right to the camera. Let's show you what it is. Now, this is the camera. I've already got the static electricity film on here. You don't need to do this, but when we test and review cameras, when we put this on for the windshield, it's easy to remove from the windshield. As you can see, I peeled it up on the corner, and it really doesn't mess with the 3M tape too much. Camera, you're going to mount like this, okay? And then you're going to adjust the camera up and down. All right, you want to make sure when you mount this that you do it straight. So we can set the camera up before we mount it. It's got an LCD screen on the back. There's a power button on this side of the dash cam. And on the rear, you have your USB-C port. You have, let's see, what is that? You have your micro SD card slot. You have an AV port. And you have the microphone. It's all right there, as you can see. Okay. The first thing you want to do is set this camera up. All right. Now, I've already formatted the card in here, but I'm going to show you step by step. So I'm going to take that card out. All right. And I'm going to put a new card in here so you can see start to finish when you get this card or this camera in the mail, how to do this. Just like that. All right. So the very first thing you want to do before you go throwing this up on your windshield is check your user manual. Now, if you turn to page 13, here's your QR code. Okay, I'm going to download this app. That app is going to look like this. You see that? That's the LINGDU app for it. Okay, now I'm going to start a screen recording over here, but first things first. We've already downloaded that. Let's plug the camera in and show you how to format the card first. We have plenty of cable. Take your USB. We're going to plug that. Let's see. There's an adapter here. There it is. Comes with a cigarette lighter adapter. So we're going to plug that in. Okay. I'm going to plug the camera in. Now we're going to plug the power in just like so. Okay. We're going to set this camera up before we mount it. Very important that you set your camera up before you mount it, and I'll explain why when we get to that point. So now that it's on, let's power up the vehicle.
Video mode. Please format the memory card before first time use.
Okay, so it says video mode, please format the SD card before first time use. So right here, it'll say format the memory card, all data will be erased, yes. Now you're gonna navigate using these buttons right here on the bottom. You see, there's an OK button, then there's an arrow for down, arrow for up, and then you have M for mode, okay? And then you also have an emergency lock. We're gonna ignore that middle button for now, but we're gonna press OK. Just like that, okay? So now it'll say next, we're gonna click okay.
Recording started.
And that's it. The camera is recording. The camera is ready to go. Camera's ready to be mounted. We're not gonna mount it just yet. Next, we are going to turn on the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is off. By default, it'll come off. I'm gonna show you how to turn this on. So what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna have to hit the mode button.
Recording stopped.
Okay.
Video settings.
You're going to have to hit it again to navigate over to the settings like this.
System settings.
Okay, see that? Now you're in system settings. So you're going to go arrow down once, then you're going to hit OK for Wi-Fi. All right, and then you're going to arrow down one more time till it says on, and then click OK.
Video mode. Wi-Fi is on.
Now the Wi-Fi is on, and it's going to tell you the name of the Wi-Fi to look for in your phone. Okay, and it's also going to have the default password, which is 1234567 Now that we have that, now we can connect on our phone. All right, now I'm going to start a screen recording to show you how to connect to the phone and everything. The first thing you need to do is go to your Wi-Fi settings. We're going to go to the Wi-Fi settings. We're going to find, we're going to wait for it to refresh. We need to find this. There it is. Click on LINGDU.
Wi-Fi is connected.
Password was already put in, but you would add the password at this point and then connect. Okay, now I'm going to start a screen recording so you can watch everything that we do. All right, check out the screen over here. And we're going to click on the LINGDU app for the Dashcam. It's going to open up, and it's going to say connect. I'm going to click connect. Connecting to the Dashcam.
The camera is not recording the video. Recording started.
Okay. We are live. As you can see over here on the right, the phone, I can see everything through the Dashcam. So what I'm going to do is,
Current video locked.
oh, I shouldn't have shook. See, you got to be careful. If you shake this Dashcam, it's going to lock that thinking it's an event. So be careful. While looking through this, and I can't turn it sideways. All right, so we're going to mount this up here in front on the windshield. Now, while you're looking through your phone, through the live view feature, you're going to want to mount this on your windshield, okay? And kind of eyeball it with the camera on your phone. You want to kind of see, right, that it's lined up nice and centered, and then it's not crooked. So we're going to put this up here. I'm going to try to get it as nicely centered as possible. I believe that's it right there. I'm going to press. And then we're going to angle the bottom camera as far forward as possible. Okay, there we go. Now it's mounted. We are good to go. Now you can see what my camera is seeing through the Dashcam. Okay. Now all we need to do is set up all of our settings if we want to do that. And in top right hand corner, you can press the settings icon. We're going to press, first you got to stop the recording. You got to press that red button at the bottom.
Recording stopped.
Recording will say stopped. And then we'll go into settings. And then you could go through all your settings. Okay, you could set up the camera any way you want. You could play around with these settings. I'm pretty happy with the way they're set up right now. So we're going to back out.
Recording started.
And the recording will automatically start. Okay. Now it's not a bad 4K camera. We don't have the rear facing camera set up at the moment, but that's easy to set up. All you're going to do is you're going to run this wire all through your headliner and tuck it away. Find a spot in the back of your vehicle to mount it, and then plug this in. You see that? Remember that little round, I said AV port on the camera? That's where that goes, okay? And that's it. And inside, while we're still recording over here, inside, you've got extra film, extra electrostatic film. You've got extra 3M tape if you want to, take it down and replace it. Your trim tool. Comes with a lot of extra goodies. And it's an affordable camera. There will be a link in the description for this. But let's see how the camera actually looks when we drive. So let's just take a little spin. I'm going to keep this recording over here. Why not? Let's put our seatbelt on. Let's hope our microphone don't get messed up here. Okay. Let's just take a spin around the block and show you what this camera does.
Parking mode off.
You're hearing my
was detected during parking
my
mode.
Blackview dash cams disconnect as we're driving around. All right, notice that car right there, that silver car? We're going to freeze frame that, and we're going to check to see how the license plate looks. Now, we're facing away from the sun, so we're going to actually check some of these. My phone just fell. Wild. All right, let's go around the block here. You notice some of the numbers on the maps are going to be trying to pick this camera to see how well this thing can zoom in here in a second. All right, now we're going to be facing the sun. We're going to see how this thing does. Again, not too bad. Camera looks good. All this audio is being pulled out of the dash cam. They're coming from my around to the house, back in. Overall, the colors in this camera look pretty well. They're the camera renders very well. It also dash track is at the bottom. Keeps it track wherever you're driving. We're pulling back up to our house. We're going to back in here. Back into the driveway. And we're back. Okay. Let's put our microphone back on our magnetic port. And that's the quick drive. Now let's go over some of the details. Let's check the footage and go over the details. Now, how do we download the footage? Well, we're going to hit stop.
Recording stopped.
Okay. Then you have some buttons on the bottom there. One, you can take a screenshot. Right here, the one that has the little camera. Right here, that is a screenshot. This one, the far right button there that I just pressed, brings everything up. You can go to album, playback, and we're going to go to playback. Okay. So in playback mode,
that's it. The camera's recording. The camera is ready to go. The camera's ready to be mounted.
As soon as you go into playback mode, the first thing you're going to see is your timeline, which is awesome because you can scroll through your timeline and it's got the little legend on the bottom there. Green is for ordinary video. Red is for your emergency video, like, impacts events. Time-lapse video would be in purple, and then parking monitoring is in yellow if you had this camera dash cam plugged into an external battery. Or if you would plug it into your vehicle and that port was live all the time, okay? So you can go up to the top here. We're going to go up to the other button at the top and click list. And then it's got everything right there. We got event, normal right in the middle. And then you got photo on the far right. No photos have been taken. We're going to go to normal driving. And we're just going to download these clips. So let's start with 1631. Let's see if this one is the one where we left the driveway.
It's recording over here. Why not?
Yes. Okay. So we want to download this one first. All right.
It's recording over here.
Let's
Why
hit
not?
pause. Bottom right-hand side, if you're still following along over here, click download. And it's going to download right to your phone. Pretty happy with the Wi-Fi speed. So this is the first clip. We do have to download, it looks like 3 more clips. All right, that one's done. Let's go back, and it'll tell you that it's been downloaded with a little red banner on it. So we want to choose, let's see, 1, 2, 3, and we want to download all 3 of those. Okay, now we've downloaded all the files that we want to review on our phone. We could back out.
Recording started.
Once you back out, recording always starts. And we are going to swipe out of that. Let's go check the file in our phone. Let's look at the first one where we just started driving. Okay. Now, right. We're going to check out the silver car that we first were looking at, right? So let me just put up a screenshot here for you. And we're going to try to look at the silver car. All right, so you remember when we were driving, I said, check out that silver car. We're going to come back to that. This was that silver car. This was the license plate right here. You can see that right here in the corner of your screen. It didn't do that great of a job. I mean, you can still see it somewhat, but it didn't do that great of a job as far as picking up the license plate. It wasn't that great with the sun. I don't know why that is.
Over here, why not?
Let's pause this for a second. It is true 4K when you download these. I mean, overall, every single dash cam, I'm going to stop the recording. Every single dash cam that I've ever owned, it's the license plate isn't that big of a factor or a deal breaker for me. Some do better than others, but most importantly, what you want is something that's recording all the time. So if you were involved in an accident or attempted insurance fraud, which is on the rise, you want to have a camera rolling to prove what you're saying is true, okay? Let's say you had a green light and somebody blew the light and hit you, and they're going to claim that they had the green light. Your dash cam is going to prove that you are telling the truth, okay? So picking up the actual license plate, you want to look for cameras that can do a great job. But in my opinion and in my experience, that is not a deal breaker for me. I've been having and testing and reviewing dash cams for over 10 years. Put the windows up, right? And I've had multiple accidents where vehicles have struck either my car or my wife's car. And we were able to find and get this person to pay based on dash cam footage. And the license plate was never a factor. That's, you know, if you've been following this channel for a long time, you already know that. But it's never been a factor. Anyway, so this is a pretty affordable little camera. I really like this camera. I mean, for the price point, it's got a lot of features, and the color rendering and the camera looks great. Now, I am going to do a follow-up video when we start doing some nighttime footage, but this is just during the day, how to, you know, put it up, install it, get it going quickly. Like I said, I was able to have this up and running in less than 5 minutes. Take it out of the package. You want to first download that app and do your connection and do your live view as you're mounting it. So yeah, and then you'll play around with tucking the wire that's hanging here around your headliner and then cleaning it up that way. But let me know what you think down in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this little camera. I'm going to take this off here real fast. Hold on 1 second. Let me show you why. When it has the little screen with the little film, it comes right off your windshield. It stays up there and doesn't fall off because this won't fall off. But this is absolutely great to remove and move around. Maybe you mess up when you put it up there. It's a lifesaver, especially for testing and reviewing. But that's it. That's the camera. that's our little test review.
Current video locked.
I'm going to shut it off. All done. All right. Check the description of this video for a link for this camera. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. Before you go, click that like button, click that little bell notification. Down here, click subscribe. Last but not least, you guys and girls all be safe. That's all I got. I'm out.